All right, we are live. Okay. Um, Dalpesh, is you ready?
Gotta be ready.
Nerdsy, is you ready?
I am ready.
Okay. In a world where we are at the last stretch of 2021, this is the vent. I'm your host, Jay Herneville. We got Nerdsy and Dalpesh here. Um, it's December the 19th. It's freaking the
Cold
new
as hell.
year. Yeah, it's cold as hell. It's not like cold. It's like it's there, but it's not like super cold. Um,
It's-
a lot of things have happened. Um, first things first, for whoever has listened to the podcast throughout the year, I just want to say thank you for that. That's one. We
You
had
guys.
a crap load of special guests this year, um, from Galaxy Girl to Shaq Hall. Um, I I'm gonna have to put it all together so remember. But the amount of guests that we had this year, thank you, Siren Sav. Um, we had someone that was in real estate. We had someone that had, you know, a lot of financial knowledge. So we learned a lot. So, if your money's not up, I'm not gonna say it's your fault, but I will say that, there's a lot of information. If you go back in the year, we had a lot of informative conversations, a lot of informative things when it comes to finance, because that was the type of year that, you know, we needed to be financially intelligent, I guess.
Yeah.
So I would say that. And then we had a lot of mixy things that happened this year. We had endless amount of, you know, what women brings to the table, what men bring to the table, and that caused a lot of chaos. But at the end of the day, we're at the final stretch here. This will be the last pod for the year. We're gonna go on vacation. We're gonna get onto the drawing board, and we're going to get it popping. Um, as you may see right there, Nerdsy is dolled up because this week is her birthday. So she's, occupied getting things together, birthday vibes going in. So, but um, certain things happened this year, and we're gonna talk about the latest thing that happened so far, which was the Tory trial,
Mm.
the Tory Lanez trial that just started. It legit just started. Um, Tory Lanez was not supposed to speak about it. He had the gag order, so he couldn't discuss it. Now, for those who may know, um, Tory is being accused for shooting Meg Thee Stallion, and we're going into trial for this with the LAPD. As you may know, the LAPD is, you know, word on the street is some crooked cops. I don't know how crooked, but crooked enough. So we're gonna have to see how this trial goes. So day one of the trial, Mega's team brought their evidence, their case. Um, apparently, I don't know how much people are in the courtroom, but apparently it was said by one of the testimonials that Tory Lanez, before shooting the shot, said dance beep.
Yeah. Dance trick. I'll say that.
Dance like it was like a country western. Now, is it even safe? Like, okay, I'm treading lightly. I'm gonna tread lightly. You guys can say what you want. I'm gonna tread lightly based off the severity of the situation. But it's hard for I'm not I'm not sure if that was actually said exactly.
Check that little.
That's a bit pow pow. Like as a western, I feel like there was probably more to it, but I think they just, you know, there has to be more to the situation, and I hope, you know, there's it's very hard when everybody's drunk in the situation. It looks like they say
Yeah.
everybody was drunk, everybody was turned, and You're hearing the mix-up situations. You're hearing the mixy sitting. You're hearing a whole bunch of stuff. So they're basically saying, yeah, the whole thing. Tory said dance blank and fired. Man got shot in the foot. Apparently Tory
I'll say
allegedly, this is all alleged. Everything's alleged. Allegedly, Tory had an outburst in the courtroom. I don't know what it
Oh,
was,
Did that
but
put him
I
in
guess
contempt?
basically, so I guess due to the outburst, they proceeded with the trial, I guess. They just said, you know what? Oh, yeah, you wilding now? Oh, that's something we need to dig into. So continue with the thing.
Oh, really? Oh, sure. Oh, okay.
Allegedly. This is all alleged. I may be an idiot and I may be wrong, but this is what I've been hearing. Day two, what is it? The plaintiff is the persecutor, and what you know what? I'm hearing plaintiff defendant like this is people's court. My bad. I don't know the proper terms. So the prosecution is the people that are trying to get the charge, right? Just to make sure.
It's prosecutor and
Prosecutor is the person who is
Yeah, because
what's
when
it called?
everything opens back up, people
Prosecutor is the
rush and spend
person
their
who
money.
can play for
They make what they need to make, what they
the
would
actual like
make
judge
for
or the level of
year,
who's trying
they
to
make it in
stay
like
with
3 or 4
the
hours,
the
right?
law.
So they don't
They're the
make
ones
it
who's
Okay.
making sure that it's
instead of,
correct.
like, being
They're the ones
forced to
who's
close, so they're willingly closing
actually
their
sending a charge
doors
to the
until
defendant.
further notice,
That's
not
what it
because
is.
Oh, okay. And now Tory's lawyers had the next day to defend the case, defend what the evidence is as hand. So far what's being told is one, there was an altercation in the car. And you know what's the funny thing? We've heard about this whole altercation that, they're at Kylie Jenner's house. Megan and Tory were a thing, and Megan's friend just found out they were a thing,
okay, yeah.
and fight
no.
ensued.
Other way around. Megan found out.
Well, now we're hearing it's the other way. And we don't know how. It's hard to tell. So, man, whatever. Someone found out, and an altercation ensued in the car. Right. So, since the altercation ensued in the car, obviously something happened, and it was like, I don't want to use this reference, but R. Kelly trapped in the closet, pow.
Okay.
Something happened, and then the gun went off.
Yeah.
Now, according to the evidence, when it comes to shooting a firearm, the gun residue, like, it takes a while to wear off. That's one. And two, like, obviously when you shoot a gun, gunpowder, all that stuff, it will get onto your body. It is said, allegedly, this is all alleged, Tory had no gun residue, and it was a pool party. Tory had no gun residue, but the friend had gun residue.
Kelsey. Wow. Okay.
Another thing is, they're looking for the fragments. They're looking for the bullet fragments to this situation, and there's no bullet fragments being found.
Which would be in the car. It'll be
so
in the seat or on the floor of the car or the the driver seat, the glass somewhere. It could be anywhere in the car. But you're telling me there's nothing so far.
Or they can't find it. I'm not saying that it didn't happen, but they can't find the bullet fragments. I don't know how. We don't know how. I don't know. When it comes to shooting that you can't find the bullet fragments, I don't understand. There's some foul play, maybe. I don't know. Then that makes me to wonder, like, the problem is with like certain situations like this, when you question certain things, it makes you feel like you're advocating certain things.
We discussed last episode.
And I hope in 2022, we snap out of that. I feel like if you can't question anything, you're being silenced.
Oh, damn. You put 10 toes on that.
You were literally being silenced. Like, people are questioning not to be ignorant, but to be informative. They want to know. You know what I mean?
End of the
If
day.
someone's saying the sky is red, and if someone says, well, when I look at the sky, I see that color and that color is blue. And it doesn't even have to be that. Some people could see green or whatever. It's like, why do you see the skies red?
Mhm.
Why are people gonna attack the person? What's wrong with you for asking that question? Oh, you're ignorant. Oh, you're a colorist. Like, you're this and that, a whole bunch of thought, right? So it's like, I hope in 2022 we've learned to. I hope the world learns to, like, hey, question certain things.
More open-minded, as they say.
If we're sitting here question COVID and how accurate COVID is, we can question other things as well.
Did the metal hit her feet? Was there? Yo,
And that's the thing. I don't want to be like did bullet did was she actually shot? Was there glass? I don't know. You got shot both in your legs, apparently. I don't know. Maybe.
I just want to say, okay, the timeline where that happened to me
And
personally is when the situation happened.
mhm.
I swear the WAP video came out after. So,
But that could be filmed before. That's how it's kind of like that could be filmed. Like, there's a lot of things you could look at and be like, oh, that was filmed before, that was this,
now,
right?
that's what I thought after. But then there was footage of her like at a party in the pool. kinda like-
Dancing.
so then I went, she got shot in both feet? But then my mind wandered somewhere else. But then
For
now,
me, I don't know. I don't know, because I just leave it under wraps because I don't know how to even go about it. It's like, how do you go about it? How do you like, because it's like,
I'll tell you a theory right now. We're gonna get under the.
I don't want to say that it didn't happen because we don't know. But there's certain things when you question, I feel like people are be like, oh, you're not protecting. It's not about, it's very shaky. It's shifty. You know what I mean? When like, anybody can lie, anybody can say something. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
And I feel like, Jesse Smollett's situation is a fine example of it.
Also on trial right now. So,
He's not gonna get jail time. That's one. He might get a hefty fine.
you think so? He's not gonna get jail time?
He's getting a hefty fine. I don't think he's getting no jail time for that. But anyway, now the gun. No.
I was saying,
So no. Sorry, what is it?
wait, I was gonna say, I'll leave it. The shenanigans saying right now is like, I gotta do history because like she's in the music industry, right? Both of them are. So when an artist is put on the music industry, the machine backing them uses as much like exposure, promotion for the said artist. When the time comes where they can't make money off the artist anymore, that's when
certain things start coming out.
Yes, you're with me.
Certain things start coming out. Certain incidents start happening.
You're with me.
Because it's like elimination process. I don't know if it's process elimination, but it's like it's a slow, like, it's the irony. As soon as someone is signed or not signed anymore, certain things happen. And it's weird. Like, I don't want to be that person to say that I'm not going to say that, but like, when you see certain people associating themselves with, I've heard this in Joe Budden's podcast. Shout out to Joe Budden's podcast. He said something along the lines of, if you see certain people associating themselves with certain people that care about how they look in public, like they have PRs, they have like instead of PR that they can't do no wrong in the public eye, and they're still associating themselves with someone, there's something to that. Like, you know what they say, the streets always know what'll go on, or the industry already knows what already happened.
Give an example, not not the one we're talking about, but an example where someone that had the good PR image and they were hanging around someone that was like, you know, why are you hanging
No,
around that
but
person?
no. I just feel like if you had if you had bad vibes around you, they wouldn't have you around them. They just wouldn't. Like the PR would say, it's not a good idea to associate yourself with this guy right now. The Tory's been everywhere.
Thing,
So
like,
I don't know, and I don't know if it's a thing where he's just that talented or best right place at the right time. But Tory, he's an artist. Mega's an artist. They're both talented. I hate that this situation happened. I'll say that. I hate that this situation happened.
still a messy situation, yeah. At the end of the day.
But there is some shaky things. And for me, I just, not only for this case, but just everything in life. If there's certain things that you can't question just for the sake of just what something is said, I feel like that's a problem.
It's a censorship.
I'm not saying where you should question to say that it's wrong, but just to question certain things. And then people just get aggressive. They want to battle you. They want to say something's wrong with you for asking certain questions. Yeah, there's certain questions, like, you know what I mean? I feel like there has to be some type of dialogue. It couldn't be, I don't like the whole supremacy of just like, oh, shut up. Because there's people that lack understanding. Not everybody's going to get it like you get it, you know?
Yeah. That's cool.
And I feel like, and the thing about it is just like, I feel like if people move like that, I feel like that's the thing about like groupthink and people just like running with the sheep and not realizing. I feel like if you want to have a certain dialogue with certain people and then they kind of just get mad at you and they want to fight you for what you're saying and whatever, sometimes I don't think they really want to know any information that could make them think.
They want to stay in the matrix. Like they don't want to look
I feel
behind
like
the
it's
curtain.
a sense of, it's like just silencing people is a sense of ignorance, because, you know, hey, if someone believes 1 + 1 is 11 and I'm telling you 1 + 1 = 2 and you're saying something's wrong with me, and then I explain why I feel like 1 + 1 is 2, you don't want to hear the explanation. Maybe it could change your thought, maybe it won't, but at the same time, I feel like people need to have discussions. People need to understand where other people are coming from. I don't think everybody should have the same one mind to one thing. You know what I mean?
Too bad though, 'cause it's slowly happening in front of everyone's eyes right now.
But I feel like it's gonna happen in a, like, this is how I see certain things happening. You know how before, like the way I see certain things sometimes, it's just a change in like power. So a lot of good is happening, then at one point a lot of bad is gonna happen. And then it just goes in a cycle. It's just energy, I guess, if you want to open your third eye when it comes to that. You're gonna have a lot of people that are non-politically correct back in the day, and you're gonna have people that are politically correct, you know. And then there's gonna be a time that people are gonna be like, F this politically correct stuff, we're gonna go back to non-politically correct. For whatever reason.
I think comedy went through that just like almost like 2 years ago.
Right.
It was very like shaky ground. You couldn't,
at a certain time, it was like this.
you can explore subjects, and then Dave just went, F this, I'm gonna say it. And then some comics say Dave is fighting for everybody because he's pushing the envelope.
But the thing about it, some people will say he is, and some people will say he isn't.
So yeah.
And but I understand the dialogue that people have. I like when people have a dialogue. I like when people have a discussion about certain things, but when people cancel out somebody because of how they feel and feelings change from time to time, I don't think that really helps things, if I'm making any sense. I may be an idiot by saying this. I'm not the best person to think about it, but sometimes I think about certain things like this, right? But yeah, right now they're saying no gun fragments. That's one.
No
The
residue on Tory.
witness that was there is not in the courtroom for whatever reason.
Whoa, slow that down. Wait, you can't just say that. Hold on. So the witness that was at the scene is not in the courtroom yet.
Yet,
Yet, okay.
not summoned or pleading the fifth for whatever reason. Tory did not take the plea.
Oh, he's straight up-
So he's going in, he's all in. All the chips are at the table. He's like, nah, I'm going all in for whatever reason. So I feel like, you know what? I just hope things get sorted out. I hope things make sense in the end of all this. There's
Yeah.
certain theories I've heard of, but I'm not gonna just bring in because it's interesting to hear, but I kind of just
It's okay.
it's a iffy one. It's iffy. You know what I mean?
Like the one I heard is I didn't finish off the thing I was saying.
Mhm.
So we were saying just now how like Tory and Megan, Tory just left he didn't leave the industry, but he left being signed. So he's
Right.
independent now.
Mhm.
But the other side I forgot to get to was Megan. So with the whole, you have a rotation, the artist coming in and the machine is using whatever. Could Meg be at the end of how much they can make off her?
No.
No.
It's one of those things like it's like the way I see it when it comes to certain things, it's like at the time that it happened, Megan was like the hottest thing out. Is still the hottest thing out. You know what I mean?
Sorry to cut you off. When that happened, both their albums are out. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's strange. Like this thing just happens simultaneously, right? But I can't say it's planned either because these things happen, but you can tell the power of press.
Yeah.
You tell the power of press. And you can tell the power of certain things. We don't know how this is gonna end up. I don't know how this is gonna end up.
2 albums coming out, and that album was by Tory dropped. And then she had a gold album. And I think a gold single. So it's like
Honestly, we just have
drama
to watch
sells.
this. Just
Unfortunately.
watch and see how this goes. We have to watch and see how this goes. 2021. It's just been a year. I'm trying to recap and remember certain things that happened this year.
Refer to it as the sequel that's kind of compared to 2020.
Yeah. Though okay, compared to 2020, I would say 2021 is a crappy sequel of 2020.
Movie sequel. No, hold on. Let's play with this bit. What is a bad movie sequel?
So there's a hundred bad, like Matrix and Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah. Compared to the Matrix, Matrix Reloaded is
Right.
yeah. This fourth one, I'm not sure. I'm not.
I feel like they're doing a lot of press for that one.
They're
Doing a lot of press. Like, hey, Canadians, hey, Matrix 4 is coming out. You should go watch it. I'm like, man, you never had to do any of this when, the Matrix. You know what I mean? And it's kind of hard to watch that movie when everybody's trying to watch Spider-Man. I didn't watch it yet. And I'm not going on social media because I'm afraid that I might see anything. I don't want to be spoiled in no way, shape, or form. I don't want to be spoiled anywhere. When some people are bringing talks saying that this is endgame worthy, I said, wait, hold on. I don't want to see anything. I don't want to hear anything. You know what I mean? So that's my take. But yeah, I feel like it's been just a crappy sequel. It's still things happening. I mean, currently we were free for what would you say, 7 months? And now we're
a statement like that. We were free.
not I can't even say free. The gates, like it was recess.
Yeah, it was like recess.
No, like a long lunch or whatever. And then it's like, okay, everybody's getting sick. Let's lock everything back up again. Slowly. Like they had the whole, catch the irony of it all. Last week, I think they just stopped the whole PCR for short travel. Now they're like, no, you got to take it now still. I know you're doing Christmas shopping, but now you're going to have to take that test.
What we predicted was accurate. For Black Friday only, no PCR test. Come down, spend your money. As soon as Black Friday weekend ends, put it back on.
Especially the whole thing with the Omicron that's developing. The same Omicron that, you know, the Africans have, the people in Africa, you know, warned other continents about, but they're like, okay, let's ban them for telling us, even though the strain didn't initiate it in Africa. But you know, that's a whole different story in itself.
Yeah, my mom made a good point. The point she made was due to reasons, due to millions of reasons, there's some Black people that can't travel like that. So the ones that say like, oh, we're banning South Africa, right? It's really white people that are allowed to travel, that are bringing the Omicron with them and coming to Toronto here, or coming to Brampton here, Mississauga here, or New York, or
You
LA.
said that not me. You said that not me, and I'm not going to say that. You said that not me.
Allegedly.
I'm not gonna be. I don't know if that's accurate per se, but there's some shaky
That's what I'm
stuff
saying.
going on.
Because I'll say it like this, like, it's like the minute they discovered it, look how fast they went, ban Africa. This country, you're banned. You're like, the hell? But only people that travel back and forth like that, it's like, you know, people who have the.
It's like, it's kind of like they weren't supposed to report it.
In a way, yeah.
It was like, you reported it too early. What are you doing? Now you're getting punished. You wanted it to go everywhere. And now you know what I mean?
On this, be responsible? No.
You were gonna surprise people. You ruined the surprise. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was it. If you were gonna rate it out of 10 this year, what would you rate it?
It's been summer, you know, I like how summer's beautiful. I know it's due to like external forces called, you know, Mother Nature and all that, but like summer is nice. We get a nice solid summers now. So for that alone, that's 6 points. So we're at 6 out of 10. But because right now we're back to 50% capacity, whatever that means. That means people are gonna line up in the grocery stores and all the COVID stuff. I have to take 2 points off. But I'm alive though. Friends are still good. People that love me good. Friends are good. So I gotta put 2 points back up. So I'm gonna say 7.5. I know that math didn't add up right, but 7.5 out of 10.
See, I'm gonna go with 7.
Yeah.
I got to do a lot of things, like, you know, head to Louisiana. Twitch is booming. Create some other stuff. Done a bunch of interviews, which was great. Yeah, learn about certain things. I've experienced new stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, I go 7. The only difference is just COVID stuff. The COVID that made it worse. I feel like I could have done more because of COVID, but COVID messed it up. But other than that, I can't make that be technically the biggest excuse. You know what I mean? Because if this is something we're gonna have to deal with for the rest of our lives, then
which we will.
we've got to learn to adjust, right?
I take it in like, you know the Black Plague that happened like way back then. We still have it. It's just that medicine's so good now. Like, let's say you're in Mongolia, you contract the Black Plague. They're just like, oh, here, take this pill. Boom, gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So eventually that'll probably be like that for COVID.
For COVID, yeah.
Or we'll just end up like, you know, you ever heard how the Flintstone is basically the Jetsons, but it went into shambles? You heard about that theory?
The same universe.
So
Yeah.
people think it's the Flintstones going to the Jetsons. No, it's the Jetsons going to Flintstones because they relied on a whole bunch of technology until technology just turned on them.
And knock them back to the. Yo, here's a scary thing.
The biopic, the metaverse. I'm joking.
Hold on, no. Here's a scary thing. Think about it. You know they say like the evolution people started from evolved from a primate to the man to whatever, right?
Mhm.
What if there was a Jetson thing 100,000 years before that, and something went wrong, and then it knocked out every trace of the old stuff, and then it just reverted. So now we have like touch screens. We finally have hovercrafts. I think Honda has a hovercraft right now. So we're slowly getting up to that. And what happens if 10,000 years from now, it happens again, and we're knocked back to the caveman thing?
Mhm.
Is what you said earlier. It's a loop.
Yeah, that may be it, but I don't know.
That's
The way
think about smoke on that, people. Smoke on that.
at the same time, the whole concept of evolution is like, I have a whole thought about it in myself. I'm not gonna put that out, but I feel like, yeah, it may be that way, but maybe it could be another way as well. But I don't want to be those. I don't know. It's strange. It's just a lot to think about when you sit there in a high moment, just thinking about like all these other things. You know what I mean? But
Especially what Atlantis was. So
what? Let's just do some recap questions for 2021. What is the most important lesson you've learned this year? For me, I would say I feel like I'm learning that respect is not given, it's earned. Just because people are cool with you doesn't mean they respect you. And I feel like I was in the DMX album, with the lock, when he has a track called "That's My Dog" with the locks. Sheik Luch had a verse like we barely like. He said a thing that clicked in my head is like, yeah, I know you more, but I like him for what he does. So it's like, yeah, I know some people more, but at the same time, is there reliability? Can I depend on people? No. You know what I mean? Some people, do people really care about certain things? No. You know what I mean? So I'm learning to like, I'm learning to try to have more confidence in myself and learn to demand the respect I deserve. Because I'm not trying to say I'm the best in certain things. I'm not trying to say I'm, but I've done some things. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I've put things together. I've created certain things. I've done things that a lot of people have not done. So I feel like I should be respected as such. You know what I mean? Not boast as such or whatever, respected. That's my
not in an
take.
arrogant way, as you say.
No, not in an arrogant way, but like I can't just like Henny and everyone disrespect me. And I don't want to throw, and that's the thing. I don't want to feed disrespect with disrespect. That's something I never want to do, because it never ends well. Because when I start talking my stuff and it comes from an angry way, it never goes well, because I have a bad temper. And then when I start talking, you're probably here like, oh my gosh, where did this come from? I was poking, stabbing the bear the whole time, and then when I finally react, it's like, oh, you should have react that way. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, a lot of times I've been quiet the whole time. Now when I'm start talking, people are, ooh, no. I think respect is a thing. That's what it is for me.
What is the most important thing I learned this year? I mean, besides save your money, spend time with your family, wear a mask. Jeez, Well, here with the raw nose and all, like yo, you're tripping. Like
When I see people cough without their with the mask off, I said, ugh.
that nasty gargle thing.
But you know what's went down since COVID? Colds.
Yeah, in general, yeah. They say that's common cold. But now we have to deal with the flu and the thing.
The
Right?
double cocktail of beer foolishness. Foolish.
I'll just say just saving, man. Like
Saving would be yours.
yeah, it's just, at the end of the day, like I tell people this all the time. Like if you're with your parents, which some of us are, like you should be saving. Like Kevin Hart said it to us, like you gotta say you get a paycheck of 2,000, right? You chop that in half, it's 1,000. You chop that in half again, that's 500. You take that 1,500, you dash away in the bank or whatever, and then you use that 500. It's like live within your means, like come on, man. You never know when your parents need an emergency. If you've been saving, you can help them out. You never know if your friends need an emergency, your nieces, your nephews, your godchildren, your children. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Can't be paid 50,000 and then spend 49,999 of it.
Yeah.
And they're gonna ask me for money? Like, come on, son, stop.
Another thing I could say that was important to learn is learning to get what you deserve. I guess it's respect as well, but I feel like learn to get what you deserve in a smart way. You can't just walk in the office and say, hey, I deserve this. No. You got to learn to just go where you could get your what you deserve. You know? And it's just learning how to branch out to that. Like I think about it all comes down to the biggest analogy I saw this year was the bottle of water concept. So let's put it like this. Real Canadian water. You go to No Frills, you get that for 24 packs for like $2 maybe.
Yeah.
The same Real Canadian water, you bring it to a restaurant. They probably sell it for like $1. Or in an igloo glass, or what someone's selling it on the roadside. They probably sell it for you $1. You go to a convenience store, they probably sell it for $2.
Bottle, by the way.
You go to an arena, they probably sell it for $4. You go to a concert, you go to a certain place, they probably sell it for $10. Festival, maybe $20 for a bottle. I know it's crazy markup.
Certain festivals, no water. Go ahead.
So, no water, but when they give you the water, you probably have to pay way more for the same bottle of water that you could have got a 24 pack at No Frills.
Yeah.
The moral of the story is, I forgot the moral of the story. But if you see where I'm going, the same bottle of water, okay, here it is. The same bottle of water that was at the No Frills went up when they went to a festival. Nothing changed in the water. It's just somewhere else that people needed it, people deserved it, respected it, and appreciated it more.
No more No Frill things for you.
And it was maybe valuable. There's nothing wrong with No Frills things though, because there's nothing wrong because you're still winning. But sometimes you want to be at the festival.
You want to be at the metros.
Yeah, I want to be at the festival. I want to be at the Longos.
You want to be at the Whole Foods.
I don't want to be at the No Frills at Dollarama all the time. I want to be in the Loblaws.
In the French restaurants.
Like, think about it. You go to the same place, and then you go here. It's the same sitting. It's higher, just because of where it is.
Where the location.
Nothing has changed.
The people around.
So
the atmosphere.
Those are things that I'm learning. I'm learning. Like, I feel like I've grown, but I've learned the whole difference between company and certain things. Like, company is a real thing, and yeah, like mind things is a real thing. You know what I mean? So that's what I could say on that part.
I think here's a prediction. I think when you go to your state trips from now on, you probably get more of the, let's say, the Longos metro experience than here, with no frills in Dollarama. I'll put that out there.
mhm.
You're gonna be going where you're like, you present your art, and it, actually, I'm not even necessarily you, but anyone who's watching that does the same thing. Like they may not be appreciated in their home town per se, but sometimes it takes going to another location and someone going, "Yo, how come you're not like this? Yo, this is nice. This is, you know,
And that is weird as hell.
it's
Why does it take for you to leave to come back to get support? Why does it take another continent or whatever you want to call it for people to respect you where you are? But hey, Jesus wasn't respected where he was born. So, I mean, I guess it's a harsh reality of just life, right? But yeah, that's one thing. What can you say? What did you enjoy the most about 2021? Like what happened that you enjoyed the most?
like I said earlier, the summer
Any
was
events, moments, or whatever?
the summer was actually the summer. Like the summer before, like used to happen like in July, August, and by the end of the air, by Carabana weekend, you have to start having cold days again. But nah, like yo, summer started from like the end of May to like September. Like it was,
Oh, so just a longer summer.
yo, people, you don't understand. When you have a longer summer in Toronto, man,
It's fun. It's
it's
nice.
it's too nice.
It is nice. It is nice. For me, it's travel. I got to travel a lot this year.
Yeah, I
Um,
have to, but gotta wait till the
I
sun dies down.
yeah, I couldn't. I didn't want to take. It's not that I didn't want to take any chance, but I feel like I just wanted to. I felt like I was needed, and it was. Like I felt like when I came back from traveling, it's like back to work. I'm rejuvenated. I seen something different. I was motivated by certain things. Um, my lady showed me different things, different insights, different stuff. It's just, and that's the thing. One thing for everybody, I wish there was one key thing that some people need to do is travel. I'm not saying to travel like internationally, but just travel and see something different.
Oh, your city, man.
Open your eyes to something different, you know? Because you'll be passionate. You'll learn a lot of things. Like for me, one, like it didn't happen this year, but one thing that I can say that changed a lot of my mindset in certain things is going to like see Lion King, the play for the first time.
Okay.
I was old and I'm watching this and I'm like, holy, I'm starstruck. This is amazing. Like certain things I've seen, like going to Montreal. I never been to Montreal. And I finally went at an old age. And I was just like, sometimes it was discouraging because I wish I saw it younger, but now I feel like when I see things now, it's like I'm more appreciative of things, you know?
Not at the right time.
I'm here in a better condition. You know, I wasn't struggling to get here. I made the choice to get here and I'm here. You know? So yeah.
And you gotta
Uh
travel. Like especially with the city. You know the people that like they live in the city, some people, and they only know their area. I think I
yeah.
was talking to one girl one day, and she's like, "I just know my area." I'm like, "What do you mean you know your area?" And I'm like, I'm telling her about things like happening downtown, East End, West End, a little north. And she's just like, "Yo, I just know my area. That's it. I don't. I just go to my grocery store that's there. I hang in the house. I talk to people from the area. That's it. Like they don't travel. No, it's like what? Some people don't know their. Some people don't know their city. If they were to get
Mhm.
lost, that is
It's game over.
that's GG right there. Game over. Right. Gotta
Okay.
travel. Gotta explore.
hmm Another question was, what was your most useful resource you had?
Here, I mean, it trickled into. It trickled in from last year, but definitely cooking. Cooking is a whole nother. Once you practice that skill like every day, like you just wow, you can't do no wrong. Like you just like I'm talking about any recipe you can think of. I gotta start baking this year though. I'll probably do it in this holiday.
Like cookies and stuff.
Oh yeah. When you're making like all types of chicken you can make, all types of beef thing you can make, stir fry.
I was learning about the Instapot. You heard of the Instapot?
How would that?
It's like an air fryer that you can bake, cook, fry. It's
Dang.
basically an air fryer, but you can bake stuff in it. You can do way more things in it.
Instapot.
Instantly, Instapot. So it was all that in one, I guess.
People onto that.
Yeah.
Let them step up their cooking skills.
For me, the most useful resource would be audiobooks. I listen to a lot of audiobooks this year. And YouTube, doing research on YouTube, finding different ways of methods of madness and how to figure it out. Like the books I read this year, Shook Ones, Charlemagne's both books, Black Privilege and Shook Ones. Think and Grow Rich. I need to read that again. 50 Cent's book. That one is, what was it called? Hustle Harder? Hustle Smarter,
yeah.
Hustle Harder. That's a great book. I learned a lot about that book. Jay Prince, I think Money, Power, Respect, or Keys of Respect. Jay Prince's book. It's actually on Spotify. It's like track listed. It's a proper thing, and he's talking about his situation. He's talking about the success, what it takes to get where you need to get. I wish I can meet Jay Prince in Houston. If I go there and somehow meet him and discuss and ask some questions and learn some things. I'm not asking for handouts, but just knowledge.
It's in a dinner with Jay-Z. You're having
Or
dinner with Jay
maybe a picture, or not even a picture, like just to sit down. I wonder if he ever reads this or something. Like, I'm gonna be in Houston. I'm with my lady. If there's ever a chance that I can actually sit down with you or associates or just smart people that I can tap in and understand some wisdom. I read the book, so I'm not saying that I didn't read the book. I read the book. I watched it. I listened to Drink Champs podcast episode. I didn't know much about the Ghetto Boys and Rap a Lot and all that stuff. I learned it all in the book. I didn't know he managed Floyd Mayweather at one point, Andre Ward. He wasn't too sure about Drake, but he knew about the buzz. He understood the whole concept of the buzz and certain things. I didn't understand about the Schumacher man that was dealing with him and try to take him out. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things I've read, and then it's like, okay, you know what? I would like to just pick his brain and figure certain things out. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm at a crossroads with certain things right now.
Basically, instead of dinner with Jay-Z, you will have dinner with Jay Prince. So next time someone comes up to you, be like, yo, would you take the money or have a
No, I'll take the money, but
you'll be like, nah, I'll have it with Jay Prince. And people be like,
I'll take the money and have the dinner with Jay Prince somehow. Or just sit down and talk. Like, it doesn't even have to be dinner. We're gonna sit down and eat beef patties or something. Like a real sit down talk type thing. I would try to have. You know what I mean?
After the dinner, I'm trying to think of someone like Rick Ross, actually.
Oh, you sit down with Rick Ross?
I think I'll sit down with Ross. Yeah. Actually, sit down with Ross. Do you do Prince? Jay Prince?
Okay,
Ross, yeah.
Let's do this. Well, if you were to have like a dinner session conversation, who would be like the 5 people you would have at your table?
Okay, so Ross is one. Not in no order. Ross got to be one. For some reason, DJ Paul. For some reason, from D6 Mafia, DJ Paul. Who else? Let me see if I can get into the. Who's yeah, you put me on the spot too. Eddie Murphy, that's 3. Jay-Z just to,
Mine would be a weird one. I thought about it. It's weird.
and I gotta throw in who'll be the fourth? The fourth, yeah, but that's the Rick Ross, Jay-Z,
I'll keep it for me.
DJ
I'll
Paul.
think who I think Jay Prince, 50. J. Cole.
Okay.
Crunchy Black
Interesting. Okay.
and
Missy Elliott, that's 5. Missy Elliott. That's what
I was gonna say Maya Angelou.
still.
I don't know why, but I think that would be what. And then yeah, that would be the people.
Wait, let me take out Jay-Z and put in the
That's
Method Man. I'll take out Jay-Z and put in Method Man. Okay. Boom.
But yeah, that would be that. Yeah, that's what I would say. That would be the people I would that's what I've learned. Just audiobooks. That's audiobooks and YouTube.
Something too. So Spotify
And podcasts. Just anything auditory. YouTube, audiobooks, podcasts. Like Wallow, I was learning a lot from Wallow. Wallow from Gilly's podcast.
Who was on Everyday Struggle before that?
No. A different Wallow. This is Wallow from $1 Million Worth of Game. There's 2 Wallows.
Why'd you do? Oh.
$1 Million Worth of Game. The guy that did Gilly's cousin that did 20 years.
Oh geez, wow.
He did 20 years and got out, and now he's doing like motivational speaking and all that stuff.
20 years,
man.
I didn't know Spotify did audiobooks like that. That's actually so they do it per track list, per chapter, basically.
For some people, not everybody has their audiobook up done there, but he did, which is I appreciate. How do you? Okay, here's one. How kind were you to yourself?
I think I'd be eating like better because I think this year was a kickoff for juicing. So I think body wise, yeah, I'm doing better. Try to get nutrients in as much as possible. Same thing, like going on YouTube, learning how to cook stuff, learning how to tinker with stuff, learning how to fix things. I think I'm gonna jump in investing. I think I'm gonna make that slow push and start like instead of just having it sit on the bank and then I'm just like I'm looking at it.
Oh, cryptocurrency and metaverse.
Yo. And another thing people should be looking at too is 3D printing. That's a whole other thing. That's a whole other market that you gotta look at. But nah, like just eating better. Juicing is like give it 2 thumbs up. Very beneficial for your body. And I see you stepped into juicing as well. Yeah,
a little bit with the ginger. It was fun. I just need to buy more fruits and stuff to figure it out. Like I need to find around the mixes and stuff to understand what I'm doing. But how kind were I can't say I wasn't the like super kind to myself because I know I beat up myself a lot. I feel like I get in states where I'm just like, oh, I just don't want to do anything anymore because I'm tired of fighting.
Oh,
I feel like I'm tired of fighting. So I'm like, okay. But now I feel like I look back at the things that's done and I've done and whatever, and it's like,
holy.
I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. I'm not gonna give people any type of reason to, you know, shake me and say I almost make it. No, I want to make it. You know? And I could say like I couldn't do that by myself, yo. Shout out to my lady. She's the one she stuck beside me when it was down. Like I was down bad, you know what I mean? I could say that. I had, people around me that was like that supported me. And a lot of people I never said that I was down, but like a lot of times I don't talk about my situation. But now it's like I'm learning to. I'm trying to understand it better and go forward. You know what I mean? That's the one thing. That's the one thing I can say. I've been kind to myself. I've been working out more. That's one thing I can say. That made a big difference in my confidence in organizing and getting things together, feeling better. So yeah, I can say that.
They do say that like, exercising, it clears your mind. It's like you know how people go on walks, like not walk to lose weight, but you just walk. It's good because like it jogs your mind. It makes you like so you unwind. You have the scenery around you. Like yeah, exercise is the same thing.
All right.
You de-stress. Let's say.
Um, this is 2022 questions. I will give you some 2022 questions. What is your intention for next year?
Oh, I gotta get into the investing thing. I gotta double my hourly wage. I gotta do a whole bunch of.
Double the hourly wage.
I'm at least attempting to double.
Okay.
For
me,
because when people say okay, because you said double, and you're like, you back, but it's like if you can find like a flexible way, like a flexible schedule, it's because you can do 15 with something and then 15 with another. You just doubled your wage, right?
right.
So it's not really. You just have to work. I don't know. Have a great scheduling, and as long as they don't conflict, you can just make 15 something here, or 18 something here, and then 15 in another, or make 20 something here and then make extra 17 something here. You do 40 hours there, 40 hours there somehow. If you get double hustle somehow, and then yeah, right? Use that money to invest.
My intention is to network way more than usual.
Like aggressively, like you're gonna
Work way more, and then just learn to connect and grow. That's what it is. Network, connect, and grow. I'm gonna network with the big people. I'm gonna network with the small people. More of the small people that are hungry and they want to grow. That's one of the people I want to connect with for sure. That's what I can say. For 2022, what would you want to change completely?
everything out there. It might happen though. It might be a thing where like it's gonna be like a frenzy, and then it'll just weirdly disappear because whatever's being dangled in everyone's faces is gonna be switched with something else, and people will just stop talking about it after a while until apparently the new one comes 2024.
So it's just COVID.
Yeah,
That's what you want to change completely.
If you take out COVID, that means
Oh, if you thought about it, if COVID had to come along, we would be in the studio.
thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'd say that. I'd say my attitude. My attitude, my drive, who I am as a person when it comes to drive and pushing. I think I need to start saying what I need done. Like I feel like I need to talk up. That's what it is. Talk up more and then learn how to network and not be scared of anything, not be scared of saying what I need to say, not, you know what I mean? That's what it is for me.
Smooth and confident. Like,
Um,
and then it's like, bam.
Another one is, how would you, wait, nope. Who do you want to become next year? Who do you want to come next year?
It's just a me that adapts, evolves, whatever. I don't know. Who to be? Wait, when it says who to become, I mean, what does it mean? Like a personality change, or like
I don't know.
confidence,
Just whatever you want to take it, however you want to take it.
Hey man, there's already enough of me. It's just me. That's it. I'm not gonna become something else. No, it's just I adapt better, or I tweak things. But nah, it's just me. Right? Can be irritating someone else. It's crazy. So that's copycatting.
Well, for me, I could say who I want to become next year. I want to not necessarily become, but I want to do more things. Like I want to get into acting role. That's one. I want to get whatever it is. I want to get into something, whatever it's something for Instagram posts or something for a TV series or whatever comes my way. I want to get in a part of that. I do want to get in the booth.
And then no, Top Boy season 6, and then you coincidentally happen to be typing on someone's Insta poster like, "Yo, we'll fly you out to London. You do an audition role," and then next thing you know, I see you in the background actor in Top Boy.
The thing about it is, think about those type of things. I don't want the handout like that. Like I do, but I feel like I want to. If there's a way that I could work through it, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind getting a cameo and then having in my portfolio to say like, oh, he did a good role in this, because this will be my first time if I ever get into an acting role to do something like that. So, if I get an opportunity to, get into it, hi Issa Rae, or anybody, I would like to be a part of something. I'm not asking for a handout though. I want to actually prove myself. If I'm trash, I'm trash. If I'm good, I'm good. If I need to learn more, I will, somehow put it in together to implement something to learn more.
It's not like what you just do. Like if you're doing the awkward black girl thing, like whoever she was, I think she used everybody in Insecure. I think only a couple of people she didn't use. But everyone around her that started when she was doing the internet stuff, she's like, "Nah, you're gonna be in this episode. You're gonna be in this episode. Dorm Tammy, you're gonna be in this episode." Like she looked out. Like.
But another thing is,
Shout out to
I really feel like if I was gonna do an acting role, I would love to be someone that's Jamaican, because a lot of people have not done justice for Jamaican artists, actors. I don't think I'm gonna be a great one, but I think I could be a little bit more authentic.
In Jamaican role in general.
In a Jamaican role. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'm not gonna be, but I would love to be a part of something. But I don't want to be like typecast to be in a Jamaican role all the damn time. But
I tell you about that. I think when Black Panther came out, Black Panther was in development, I'm like, yo, someone talk to me so I can be in the background holding something. Somebody talk to me. I need to be in that movie.
But hey, I wanted to be in a Marvel film some way, somehow. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but
Beyonce's like, put me in, coach. She said, put me on.
Tell me and tag me in, coach. But what would I want to become? I'll speak for the podcast. Is we've done this for a while now, and I want to take it to the next level. One, when it comes to sound quality, when it comes to visuals, when it comes to interviews, when it comes to events, lives, Hanfest 2022. It's already in the talks and it's already in the works. I want to have mini series. I already have it in the back of my mind. I want more of a fan base, man. That's one thing I can say for the podcast. I would like more of a fan base. I know we still get numbers. I was looking at our numbers. I'm like, woo, we still get numbers. But I want more numbers.
You want more supports, yeah.
I want more supports. Like
Yeah.
I want to be able to guarantee that if I make merch, that there will be merch selling. If I do this, they're gonna be there. If I have an event, people will be there.
Yeah.
But I just want to make sure we bring out the top quality of things. Like I'm gonna make some changes, and I want to make sure we bring out top quality of things and plan things out. There are one of the things that we wanted to do that flopped on us because of whatever reason. I just want to take things to the next level. That's what it is for me. Yeah, that's what it is for me. There's more questions, but I'm trying to make it a little bit short of a because it's a recap. You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna say to everybody that's listening to the podcast, I hope you have happy holidays. You guys be safe out there. Please be safe. Have a happy holidays and have a blessed new year. I want to thank you for everybody that's listened to one podcast, listen to everything. I want to thank everybody that shared our post, that shared our stuff, liked our stuff, comment on our stuff. I want to thank all the guests that that was a part of this podcast. I don't remember everybody, but I want to thank you all. And I want to thank everyone that just shows support. That's a part of it, and we're gonna take it to the next level. That's one thing I'm trying to push forward to. It's gonna be there's a lot of time that might be invested. There's a lot of money that might be invested. We might have to start running Patreon thing, but whatever it is, we're gonna take it to the next level. So yeah. Delpesh, you got anything to say?
Hey man, watch out for that. Watch out for that 22. Spend time with your family, friends, and everything. Yeah. Be as eventful. Be as open-minded, because we said that earlier, as you can be. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Yeah, really. Just
shout out to the
only.
Yeah, positive vibes for sure. Shout out to the Nerd Z. She was here for a bit. She it's her birthday weekend, so you know she's gonna indulge and turn up and have a good time. Indulge the time, have a beer sitting, you know. She's gonna turn up, you know, vibes. So yeah. So we're gonna have, when we come back, we're gonna get it all together, get things going, get things popping. We want to thank you guys for watching and listening. If you have any questions, concerns, celebrations, whatever, send it to askthevent@gmail.com. We're on SoundCloud, iTunes. We're gonna be on every DS streaming device one day. Whatever it's called. We're on YouTube, on Instagram, Twitter. We're gonna, our socials, we're gonna run that up. We gonna, get things together. If there's social media experts that want to work with us, we're looking for the help. Videographers that have proper cameras or whatever, that want to create with us and we want to do big things, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna I'm looking at potential people, and I want this team to get stronger and better. And that's the plan. So once again, I just want to thank you guys all for watching. I want to thank you for everybody that supported. I want to thank my lady. I want to thank my peoples, my boys. I want to thank Dopesh, Nerd everybody that was a part of the event. You know, shout out to Blizzard Boys, shout out to Twitch, everybody that's helped the creation of things and, you know, motivated me, push, said they watch, said why they didn't watch. But you know, I want to thank everybody. Dopesh, you got anything to say?
Yeah, and JIRO, aka I bring the crowd with me everywhere I go, aka Grandpa Energy, but I don't look like Grandpa. And, right? That's what it is, man. Support fire.
Support fire, more fire, more fire. And we just want to thank you guys for listening. This is The Vent. Happy New Year. We'll be back in the new year. And we out. Peace. Wash your hands.